here's another case study we want to kind of go over and highlight some of the key points. So we got this deal originally from our an accountant that we knew, and the client owns a surf and rental school out in Tofino, BC.
So these guys has operated for several years in Tofino, and they never thought about opening their own place. One day, their landlord actually said, "Hey, they want to cash out of their investment," and they offered their tenant a chance to buy their property before they listed on the open market.
Yeah, so and because of the situation, the client's caught off guard in the terms of they don't have the capital prepared for the down payment. Likely their financial statements are not up to date because it was just a sudden opportunity that was presented to them. So that was like one of the first challenge was the down payment. They went to their initial bank, their primary lender, and they needed 25% down, and they did not have that.
And then that's when they spoke to their accountant, and their accountant introduced it to us. So like, hey, we actually have some commercial brokers that are fairly experienced and have done these type of loans before. And then after we spoke with them, they realized, okay, you can actually get a higher loan to value if you have a strong cash flow for your business. One of the challenges that we did face that when we were speaking with our lending partners was the business is cyclical. Obviously, with surfing, it's more in the summer seasons and maybe in late into late spring. So they only got around 70% from their initial lender. However, once they spoke with our lenders, we got a different result.
Yeah, and the challenge of that deal is that because of the timing, the owner wanted to sell the property. I think he was heading towards retirement too, just kind of divesting some of his assets for retirement. And so the client's financials, we needed to do it really quick, and we needed to make sure that they have enough down payment. So we went to a few lenders, and we didn't get the same results. And so, but this was the best one, clearly at 90% loan to value, so that we were able to make the deal work. And the key thing with the clients that it's kind of like the McDonald's theory where they've been operating in that specific location for over, I think, 10 years. They've been paying rent every year, building no equity. Now they get a chance to flip that mall around, increase their net worth by owning the asset while operating the business. So as they pay their loan down, the value of this property goes up. They're going to build a substantial net worth or equity that would be great for their retirement, actually. So I think that's the key part is getting the deal done that requires less capital down, but at the same time, going from renting to owning. I think that's the key thing there. And I think what's the one myth I think a lot of clients have weighing in terms of commercial property, like in terms of down payment.
They think they need at least 25%, 35% down.
Yeah,
But honestly, if you have a strong cash flowing business, we can go up to 100%, 110%,
yeah.
not just 75% that most people know. So it is a myth that we're obviously we help all our clients with this. So
Yeah, and of course, not all cases we can get 100%, or
it is
even
cash flow
100%.
dependent still. Yeah.
Yeah, it depends on your business for sure. But I would say that for anyone, if you're a mortgage broker or a realtor and you have clients that own businesses and they're renting, that's the first thing I would ask them is that, have you ever considered owning? And then if you know customers or clients where you have friends and family that do own a business and been renting, you should ask them, do they want, have they ever considered owning a property? Because I think it's a question that most business owners are so busy focusing on their business and what they do that they don't want to think about this, or they think you need a lot of down payment. And I want to really emphasize this because I think there's a great opportunity out there for a lot of business owners to own their own real estate and also stability. What's the one thing you've seen a lot, Wing, in terms of stability when you're renting? What are some challenges
Well,
people
the
face?
landlord can either sell the property and they can kick you out, or they can increase your rents every single year, which makes your business very unstable. By
Yeah.
owning your own property, you take the uncertainty out, and then you're your own landlord. You'll never get kicked out. You never raise the rent on yourself, and you have basically have business certainty going
More
forward.
control. Yeah, like I think
Control.
we've seen a lot of situation where the landlord knows that you built your business in this neighborhood. Your clientele is in this neighborhood. So if they're going to increase the rent, they know you're going to pay because your business relies on the clients in this neighborhood. So in a sense, they have a lot of leverage over you. So I think that's a big thing there for me is how do you eliminate not risk, but uncertainty? And I think in any business, a lot of people want to reduce that. And I think that's one key way to help your clients. Or if you have family and friends that own business, I think this is a great way to think of things, not just about, oh, I have to buy this property and I need that much down payment. You got to look at kind of business from that standpoint. And I think there's a great example here in terms of how these two clients were able to go from renting to owning.